Easter is more than just a day marked on calendars or a holiday known for colorful eggs and chocolate bunnies. At its heart, Easter tells a story unlike any other in history, a story of hope, sacrifice, and love that has inspired countless generations. When we look at the vast tapestry of history and romance, Easter stands apart not just as an event, but as a powerful symbol of renewal that surpasses any other tale time has woven. Today, let us explore Easter's South's unique place in history and romance. Broken down simply and warmly, just like a story shared between friends. Imagine life as a book filled with moments of joy, loss, and longing. Among all these moments, Easter's story carries a thread of hope so strong it continues to inspire people even thousands of years later. Unlike a fleeting romance or a brief chapter of excitement, Easter is about enduring love, the kind that survives through darkness and emerges shining brighter than ever before. The story begins with a moment deeply rooted in history, a man who faced unimaginable challenges, yet chose love over fear. This man, whose name echoes across cultures, showed that love is not always about grand gestures or perfect moments. It's about persistence, sacrifice, and the willingness to forgive even when everything seems lost. This profound message is what sets Easter apart from all other stories. It's not just about an event, it's about transformation. To understand why Easter's message is so timeless, let us think about romance in everyday life. Romance is often painted as chances, chemistry, and the excitement of new beginnings. But real love, the kind that lasts, is filled with challenges, with decisions to stay committed when things get tough. Just like in the Easter story, where resurrection symbolizes fresh starts and second chances. Our own relationships blossom when we embrace renewal instead of giving up. This story invites us to believe that no matter how broken or uncertain moments in life become, there is always room for hope. That kind of hope isn't naive, it's strong enough to transform pain into peace and sorrow into joy. It reminds us that love can be resilient, that it can be rediscovered even when it feels hidden beneath layers of hardship. SFX, birds_chirping, 3. Think about a time when you faced disappointment or heartache. You might have felt like giving up, like the story was ending. But Easter teaches us that every ending holds a new beginning. That same night following the darkest hour, the dawn arrives. In romantic terms, it's the moment when two hearts find each other again after being lost, or the silent understanding that sparks fresh warmth and passion. What makes Easter uniquely romantic is its foundation in selfless love that sacrifices, that chooses others above self, and that believes in restoration rather than defeat. This is the kind of love that nurtures deep connections, that builds trust, and that eventually leads to stories worth remembering. Now, compare this with other famous romances in history, stories of passion, heartbreak, and reunion. They often captivate us because of the intensity of emotion and the unpredictability of fate. Yet, many end unresolved or are tinged with tragedy. Easter's narrative, however, offers a different promise: love conquers all, death is not the end, and every soul has a chance to rise anew. This makes Easter not only a moment of spiritual significance but also the greatest love story ever told. That's why for many, Easter is more than just a religious observance. It's a beacon of hope, a celebration of love's ultimate power over fear and despair. It tells us that love is not just a feeling but a commitment to hold on and to believe, even in the darkest moments. SFX, soft_piano, 4 inches modern life, where relationships can feel fragile or fleeting. Easter's story brings reassurance that love grounded in sacrifice and hope is unbreakable. It challenges us to look beyond temporary heartaches and see the potential for growth and renewal in ourselves and others. If you ever doubt whether love can truly last, remember Easter. It's a reminder that love's true essence is not found only in joyful beginnings but in the courage to rise again when faced with the impossible. This perspective can change how we view our relationships, encouraging patience, understanding, and a deeper appreciation for the small acts of love that sustain us through trials. SFX, heartbeat_gentle, 3 and ISNT that the core of romance. The quiet moments when two people choose each other again and again. Through imperfections and challenges. Hopeful for a future bright with possibility. Easter's story invites us all to be part of that love, that ongoing, ever-renewing journey. So next time you see those delicate spring flowers bloom or the warm sunlight after a storm, think about Easter's profound message. It whispers to every heart longing for love. No matter what you have been through, love has the power to renew, to heal, and to inspire a happy ending that's truly worth waiting for. This isn't just history, it's a personal invitation. A call to embrace resilience. To find romance not just in new beginnings, but in every chance to start again. Easter reminds us that love's story is far from over. It's written every day in moments of kindness, forgiveness, and hope. And in that lies the most beautiful truth of all, true love. Rooted in hope and perseverance. Blossoms unexpectedly amid life's everyday challenges. It's a story as old as time, yet as fresh as the first light of dawn. SFX, bells_soft, 3 So let Easter's story inspire you not only to believe in love but to live it fully. With open hearts and a courage to rise whenever life calls for it. Because in the end, that sacred, enduring love, born from sacrifice and renewed in hope, is the greatest love story we'll ever know. Thank you for sharing this moment with me today. Let love guide your path and hope brighten your days, always. To truly grasp why Easter stands out among all historical and romantic tales, let us take a moment to look at how its message has touched the lives of millions across centuries. Unlike many stories that fade or change with time, Easter's narrative remains a powerful beacon, constantly reminding us about the strength embedded in love and renewal. It's not just a story told once. It's a living experience that invites each generation to find their own meaning in it. Consider how everyday life can sometimes feel overwhelming, with its endless challenges and unpredictability. Relationships, careers, and personal dreams often come with setbacks that test our resilience. The beauty of Easter's story lies in its reminder that no situation is final or unchangeable. When the story is reduced to its simplest form, it presents a timeless truth: after darkness, there is light, and after loss, there is new life. This recurring cycle mirrors the experience of romance itself. Many of us have felt the ache of separation, disappointment, or unmet expectations in love. Yet, isn't it magical how sometimes, just when we least expect it, something beautiful begins to blossom again? That renewal, the chance to start anew, is precisely what Easter celebrates. It shows us that love's endurance isn't measured only by perfect days but by the willingness to keep choosing each other, again and again, despite the odds. SFX, gentle_wind, for even in literature and movies, the most captivating romances often hinge on themes of hope and transformation. Heroes and heroines face trials, make sacrifices, and ultimately grow stronger together. Easter's story echoes this arc on the grandest scale, where love conquers fear not just for two individuals, but for humanity itself. It invites us to see love as the ultimate force of binding power that changes hearts and rewrites destinies. This is why so many people find the Easter narrative heartwarming and profoundly romantic. It speaks to the soul's deepest desire for connection, meaning, and redemption. Let us also think about the symbolism of Easter in the context of romance. The image of spring flowers blooming, days growing longer. A fresh breeze in the air parallels the feelings of love born anew. Just as nature awakens from a long winter's sleep, so too can love rise again after seeming quiet or dormant. This natural cycle reassures us that endings are rarely final and that something even more beautiful can follow. What Easter teaches us about romance is the value of perseverance. Love isn't always easy or predictable. It requires patience, understanding, and sometimes pain. But in that process, it transforms us, breathing new life into our hearts and hopes. It challenges us to believe that even after disappointment, the heart can heal and open to joy once more. SFX, soft_rain, 3 Moreover. Easter is about the ultimate sacrifice, a love willing to face the greatest hardship for the sake of others. This message resonates deeply within romantic relationships, where true love often means putting someone else's needs ahead of our own. It's a quiet, often unseen strength that builds lasting bonds. This kind of love isn't born from fairy tales but from real life, the messy, complicated stories we all live. Easter shows that from sacrifice comes redemption, from pain comes renewal, and from despair comes hope. And this hope is what fuels the most meaningful romances, built not just on passion, but on trust and mutual commitment. When we compare Easter's love story to others in history or fiction, what stands out is its universal relevance. It transcends culture, time, and circumstance, offering a message accessible to anyone yearning for love's true meaning. Whether you're a teenager experiencing first love or someone who has walked through many seasons of life, Easter's story speaks to you. This is why Easter remains a fresh, living romance for so many, because it reflects life's reality as well as its greatest dreams. It acknowledges heartbreak and struggle but focuses on the promise of restoration and new beginnings. That promise nurtures hope, and hope is the lifeblood of all romantic dreams. SFX, heartbeat_soft, for now, let us explore how this story can inspire us in our own relationships. When difficulties arise, misunderstandings, distance, or doubt, Easter reminds us to hold on and believe in the power of love to heal and endure. It encourages communication, forgiveness, and the readiness to start again with an open heart. Love, as portrayed through Easter, is not static. It evolves, grows, and adapts like a resilient flower pushing through early spring frost. This evolution requires courage and faith that better days are ahead, and courage to walk toward them together. In a world often fast-paced and chaotic, this message is grounding. It tells us to slow down and cherish the enduring qualities of love rather than just the fleeting excitement. To see romance not as a perfect story but as a journey with ups and downs, with moments of quiet grace and triumphant joy. Think of Easter as the ultimate love letter written across history, not only documenting passion and sacrifice but celebrating perseverance, hope, and renewal. That's a love story worth embracing. One that invites us not only to feel love, but to live it fully with patience and resilience. SFX, bells_gentle, 3 as we navigate our own stories of love and life. Let Easter's example be a source of comfort and strength. When fear or doubt creeps in, remember that love has overcome greater obstacles before. When you feel weary, recall that renewal is possible and that love often shines brightest after the darkest nights. In the quiet moments of reflection, allow this story to feed your soul with hope. Let it inspire you to nurture the love in your life with kindness and perseverance. And most importantly, remember that every day offers a new chance for love to rise, a chance for your romance to bloom like the springtime flowers heralded by Easter. Finally, Easter reminds us that love is not just a feeling or an event, it's a sacred journey. A journey that asks us to embrace sacrifice, to believe in second chances, and to hold hope gently but firmly in our hearts. And even if that journey sometimes feels uncertain or difficult, Easter assures us that love's greatest power is its ability to rise above every challenge and renew itself endlessly. That is the most extraordinary love story ever told. One that belongs to history. One that lives in romance. And one that you, too, can carry forward in your own heart every day. Thank you for sharing this exploration of Easter and its timeless romance with me. May it fill you with warmth, hope, and a renewed belief in the beautiful power of love. SFX, soft_.